After more than 5 years in Montessori, we're done. And honestly, it feels a little weird saying that out loud. Pretty much since my son turned 14 months old, Montessori has been our whole world. Don't get me wrong, it's not because it didn't work for us, far from it. It's because my son has completed his cycle. That's what Montessori calls each 3-year stage. And now we've hit that point where the question naturally comes up, what's next? In this video, I'll share why we're making the move, the milestones that mark the end of this chapter, and the school we believe will keep his love of learning alive while preparing him for the future. Our Montessori journey began in the Needle program, which can start as early as newborns and goes up to the age of 3. My son joined at 14 months, and from the start, it's been about independence, respect for the child, and learning through exploration. Then came Early Childhood program, serving ages 3 to 6. One of my favorite elements, the work cycle, long uninterrupted blocks of 2 to 3 hours where children choose their work, focus deeply, and complete it at their own pace. No bells, no constant transitions, just real concentration and ownership of learning. This year, he reached his leadership year, which particularly in this one is Montessori's equivalent to kindergarten. It's a special time when the oldest children guide younger classmates, model lessons, and step fully into a leadership role. It's the moment everything that they've practiced comes together. So why leave after such a meaningful year? For one, Montessori options past early childhood are limited and often costly. More importantly, finishing the leadership year is a natural transition point, like graduating from elementary to middle school. We didn't want to interrupt the cycle midway. Now that it's complete, it's time for a new challenge. An obvious route would have been to enroll him in public school, and that path works well for a lot of families, and not to mention definitely easier on the wallet. But for us, it felt like it would mean leaving too much of what we love about Montessori: the self-directed learning, child-centered environment, mixed-age classrooms, and hands-on project-based work. We also wanted to add something Montessori could fully provide: preparation for the digital world he's growing up in. Technology today isn't just a tool, it's a language kids need to speak. That's why we wanted to have guided opportunities with coding, digital collaboration, AI, and other modern skill sets along Montessori-style learning. We weren't looking to replace what we loved, but to build on it, and that's what led us to Acton Academy. Before we started researching schools, I hadn't really heard of Acton, and I think that's true for many parents. It's a relatively new model, less than 20 years old. Acton started in Austin, Texas in 2009, and has since grown into a global network of independent schools. Each campus is privately owned, but all share the same core principles and philosophy. It's often called a learner-driven school, meaning students take charge of their learning. Instead of traditional grade and teachers at the front, Acton has studios, mixed age groups where kids work alongside each other. For example, your child might be in a studio with ages 7 to 11, each pursuing their own goals. At Acton, kids spend part of the day on core skills such as reading, writing, and math, and often use online tools like Acton Academy or Lexia so they can go at their own pace. Then there are Quest, multi-week projects where kids dive into science, history, or entrepreneurship. This would be on the line of something like launching a mini business, solving a community problem, or even building something from scratch. They also have Socratic discussions, basically big conversations about big questions where kids share ideas, debate, and learn to think critically. And as they get older, they take on apprenticeship, spending time with real professionals or working on passion projects. Guides at Acton don't lecture or micromanage. They coach, challenge, and help students reflect, much like Montessori guides, asking questions instead of giving answers and fostering ownership of learning. And while Montessori centers on physical materials like bead chains or sandpaper letters, Acton fully embraces technology as a core skill. Students use laptops and tablets for research, coding, creating presentations, and connecting with global resources, all balanced with plenty of hands-on, real-world work. That balance was key for us. I love the tactile, sensory, rich learning Montessori provides, but I also want my son to grow up confident with modern tools, whether that's building a digital profile, coding, or collaborating online. At Acton, these skills aren't afterthoughts. They're woven into daily learning. So for us, Acton feels like the best of both worlds: the independence and self-direction of Montessori paired with the tech literacy, collaboration, and entrepreneurship mindset that will serve him well in the future. Leaving Montessori isn't leaving it behind, it's graduating. We're taking all the independence, curiosity, and confidence he's built through Needle through early childhood and carrying it into the next venture. If your child is in Montessori now and you're wondering what's next, know that there are many ways they can carry those values forward. Acton, homeschooling, or other progressive models. I'll be sharing updates on how this transition goes as the year unfolds. If you made the jump from Montessori to another school, I'd love to hear your experience in the comments below. And if you want to follow along as we navigate this new chapter, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss what's ahead. I'll see you in the next one.